107.5 WBLS. Trading places tonight, huh? I don't know how many people would want to trade places tonight, but I can understand why, baby. Welcome inside the most sexiest and comfortable space to be in. Happy birthday to Brother Usher, celebrating his birthday tonight, and we're going to celebrate his birthday all night long because the brother's truly deserving of it. I know he's partying up somewhere. I'm just surprised the brother who's with us tonight, though. I say a surprise for you ladies. I'm surprised he's not celebrating with him, but I'm glad he's not because he's a Brooklyn homie. It's a pleasure now to be welcoming a dynamic brother who we have become familiar with way before he got into this lane of acting, which I'm very, very curious to know what inspired him to go into that direction. But he is with Tyler's biggest show called Sistas.
Did you see the results?
Yeah, we did. Do we really have to do this here?
Why not? We had a law office.
Karen, what is wrong with you?
You know him from Zatima, but aside from that, he's an award-winning podcaster. He is a New York Times best-selling author. He's a wonderful dad, phenomenal super dad. And he is in our company tonight. It's a pleasure now to be welcoming a Brooklyn brother who is a wide receiver, former wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
I think you were a part of the Detroit Lions, right?
Yes, sir.
And so you must be very happy.
Oh, absolutely.
They destroyed the Cowboys last night.
Yes, sir. I played with Dan.
Did you?
The head coach. I played with him. We were on the same team, 2006, 2008. So shout out to Dan and what he's doing with the Lions.
I got Devale Ellis with me tonight. A pleasure, brother, to finally meet you.
Oh, no, listen.
I'm a big fan of your work,
Mr.
man.
Green, it's a pleasure to meet
Mr.
you.
Green.
Yes, I got to call you Mr. Green because I remember when I was a child.
Here we go.
And
No.
I think it was 1999.
Well, you're not gonna
Somebody
do this, are you?
won On-Air Personality of the Year by Billboard. I believe that was you.
Very
And my
good.
mom was super excited because every night I would hear The Quiet Storm with WBL.
Yes.
So I got to call you Mr. Green because I've been listening to you since I was a child. So please take your flowers, Mr. Green. I appreciate you having me on.
I am humbly bashful by what you just said, but thank you so much. Please give your mom
Definitely.
my utmost appreciation for listening to the show and exposing you.
Yes.
Because I think it's so important when parents expose their children to a genre of music, a whole different genre of music. So
Absolutely.
you grew up with a
Absolutely.
different appreciation than most.
Yeah, I grew up loving R&B music. My uncle was a DJ, and my father used to be a rapper, Chili T. So they grew up in Brooklyn, you know, playing parties and listening to music, but R&B music was the way to a woman's heart. So that's what they introduced me to. So they were just like, if you really want to understand women, listen to R&B music. So I was like, okay, let's get this done.
You know what? That must be key because you have been married for how many years now?
14 years, 22 with my wife.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, it's a blessing, and I love every day of it.
But something's going wrong in my camp, and maybe I need to get coaching from you because I haven't been married yet and I have no children. So
Well, I mean, it's in God's timing, so you didn't really do anything wrong.
that's
It'll
very
happen
nice.
when it's supposed to.
You're
you know
a great
what I'm saying?
coach, man. I can tell you're a great coach. But congratulations, man, on everything
Thank
that
you.
you're doing. You're doing so much more
Yes.
than what I just kind of somewhat painted the picture of.
Yeah.
But how did you make the transition, or what inspired you to go into acting from sport?
Well, the funny thing is I've always been into acting. The first movie I ever saw was Boys in the Hood. Shout out to my pops. He bootlegged it.
That's what's up.
We watched it back in 1989. He got the bootleg from Kenmore Movie Theater.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm a Brooklyn guy.
Kenmore. Wow,
And I
yes.
watched it, and I remember saying, like, dang, I want to do that. I want to be able to inspire people. Because I remember at the end of the movie, he had a bunch of young men that he was mentoring, and they watched it. A couple were crying, of course, when Ricky died. But they ended up having a discussion afterwards about the movie. And I was like, this is powerful. I was only 5, but I'm watching all of these young men sit down and discuss the movie. And I said, I wanted to do that. So I just found my way through it, you know. There's no blueprint to how to become an actor. So I just did it my way.
Respectfully so, and you're doing it well.
Oh, thank you. I
So
appreciate
it
that.
tells me it was a natural lane. I think that we're blessed with many gifts.
Yes.
Obviously, you had an appreciation and love for sports.
Yes.
And you were great enough, not good enough, you were great enough to
Thank
be
you.
drafted to go to Detroit. So,
Yes, well, I wasn't drafted. I was a free agent tryout. I wasn't drafted,
I mean-
but I made it from a free agent tryout, which the odds are stacked against me. But I made it, and I played 4 years. It was exciting.
You're doing something I wanted to do.
You wanted to play sports? I know you're big into tennis.
Yeah.
You're big into tennis and skiing. Yeah, you see, you didn't think I knew who you were, Lenny.
He did
You
some
ain't
research.
think I know who you are, Lenny.
Yeah. Okay. Devale Ellis is with us tonight. Look, ladies, I know you watch Sistas. I know you watch Zatima. So if you'd like to give him a call, please give us a call, 212-545-1075. And before you get out of here tonight, man, I must tap your mind because you have been married and you've been in a relationship for so long, and you have children. You have wisdom, far more wisdom than I have. So I'm going to tap your mind tonight, because every night inside of the Choir Song we do a thing called Confessions of Love, where we talk about love and relationships. So before we get out of here, we're definitely going to talk about that.
Let's do it.
And, congratulations, for being the New York Times best-selling author with your wife.
Thank you.
Because that book was phenomenal as well.
Thank you. Yes, We Over Me, the counterintuitive approach to getting everything you want out of a relationship. It's just our love story, and talking about how we've built a life that we both love through love, and learning to be of service to each other regardless of what the situation or circumstance calls for. So writing that book was about being the perfect teammate for your significant other. So
a lot of people look at sometimes the covering of love. Mm-hmm. But the most integral part of love, in my experiences, has been learning the lessons and working, willing to work.
Yes.
If you have a partner, and you do have a partner who's working with you, I think growth can happen in a relationship. But how vulnerable do you think a couple needs to be in order for the relationship to grow?
You have to be extremely vulnerable, right? You choose someone to spend the rest of your life with. This is someone that I want to build a life with. Why would you hide anything from them? So for me, it was learning to unlearn all the things I learned about masculinity, right? Because masculinity is not vulnerable. If we talk about how it was introduced to us in the 90s, 80s, you know what I'm saying? But now there's a different version of masculinity that I think always existed, but we didn't speak on it.
That's true.
So now it's like, it's okay to be vulnerable. My father was vulnerable with me, which taught me how to accept vulnerability in a man.
You see, most men don't have that opportunity like
exactly.
I do. Because most men, at least prior to me, or maybe at my generation, was taught to suppress.
Yes.
Don't express. And that builds up, mental illness and everything else.
Yes, absolutely. But it's going. You can't talk about that without understanding where we came from as a people.
That's true.
Right? Black men in particular have had to suppress their feelings because we had to show our toughness, going through everything we've been through since 1619. It's like you always got to put on a face to show that you're stronger and you're more masculine. Yeah. So I understand where my ancestors and my father, my grandfather, because my grandfather was not a vulnerable guy. He was in the Navy. He fought in the Korean War. He smiled. He never showed tears. And that's where my father learned from. But I even learned how to have empathy for him because I knew what he went through growing up in Jim Crow South. So I understand him.
I think our grandfathers knew each other. My grandfather was in the Army. Same way.
Yeah.
Same way. Ladies, I know there's one man who's on your mind every week when you see him on TV.
For what?
I have to run a report.
And if I say no?
Sir, please, just comply. She's been running us through the ringer with us.
Brother, I could tell you have a strong, amazing, supportive, loving fan base.
Yes, I do. My fan base is the best. Like, I love them. They have no idea. They stop me in the airport. I give hugs. They give hugs back. They're just the kindest people, man. I always am in awe of how much support they give me.
How did the opportunity for you to fall into this with Tyler come into play?
I'm going to be honest, man. It didn't just happen, man. I've been manifesting this for a long time. When I first started on social media, the whole goal was to get to television. And at the time, I had auditioned for a bunch of roles, constantly playing the ex-con, the bad guy, the rapist. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to continuously perpetuate the same stereotypes I'm trying to fight as a father.
Sure.
So I started doing social media and showing a different version of a black man as a father and as a husband. And the right people saw it, which was the plan, and said, let's put him in front of the right people. And Tyler gave me an opportunity, and I ran with it.
And you're doing well in it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Zach, so you can relate to the character.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the transformation of him.
Yes. Zach was me in my early 20s. Unsure of who he was, very insecure. Not exactly the same. I grew up with both my parents. My mom wasn't an addict and my dad wasn't absentee. Right. But still, both my parents worked. I was a latchkey kid growing up in Brooklyn. All my Brooklyn people understand what that is. Yeah. So you learn a lot of stuff in the streets. So after college, it was the same stuff I had learned in the streets, being a latchkey kid, trying to figure it out, and then going through the trials and tribulations of changing who I am to be who I want to be. And that's what Zach is going through now on both shows. He's trying to be the version of a man he really wants to be. And he's going through the bumps and bruises.
Does he succeed?
I think...
Does he get to the next level?
I think he's already succeeded because he's dealt with recidivism, so he wasn't able to get a job first, but then now he's able to make some money and earn an honest living, bought a property, working to set up a safe space for his fiancée, Fatima, and their child-to-be. So I think he's succeeded already. He's got a long way to go, but he's already succeeded.
And you know what? That's a reflection of all of us, because we're not really at that level. I'm not at that level yet, too, despite of how, the aging.
Absolutely.
We all still grow, and I think if we keep an open mind, we should still reach for more.
Absolutely.
As opposed to settling. And you're not doing that at all. You're not settling for nothing, and you're reaching for more, and more opportunities coming your way. So tell me about this new Netflix movie that's coming out.
Yes. I have a new film coming out called Meet Me Next Christmas, opposite Christina Milian, and also starring Kofi Cerebo. It'll be out November 6th on Netflix. I'm excited. It's my first time as a leading man, so it's an opportunity for people to see me in a different light. The character's completely different than Zach, so people will be like, wow, he's not playing the same guy. And a lot of times you get typecasted when you're a part of a show that's so popular. I go in the airport and everyone's like, Zach. They don't even call me Devale anymore. No. So this is an opportunity for me to step out of that.
So tell me about the character that you are playing, though.
The character I'm playing, his name is Teddy. I can't give away too much stuff, but he's a young man looking to change his circumstance.
Like Zach was.
Like Zach. But most TV shows and movies are about that. But he ends up trying to help a young lady who's looking for love.
Okay, listen, Teddy. Look, I really, really need this ticket.
Don't panic. I actually know a guy. He's not in the database, but he has tickets to everything. So.
All right, let's call him.
Well, you can't just call him. He's old school. He doesn't even have a phone. You got to just show up at his kiosk. And now that I think about it, I got to hustle because he likes to close early around the holidays. So.
Great, fine, let's go.
Let's go. No, that's no. I can just pick up the ticket for you and I can deliver it. That's part of the service.
Okay, listen. My entire romantic future might hinge on this ticket. I'm gonna stay with you every step of the way.
Yep. After you. And that's all I can give right now until the trailer drops.
You can't tell me if it works. Evidently, they must fall in love.
We don't know. Because this is the thing. This is the way things work
Teddy
now.
knows, man.
And
can you ask Teddy?
Teddy knows. I'll call him. Okay. And I can see. But Devale can't tell you because I'm contractually obligated to not say anything.
I got it.
But it's a very fun movie. Also, the Pentatonics are in it. Really good music. Yeah, really good music. I can't wait for people to see it.
I wish I was in your shoes just to play opposite of Christina Milian.
She's amazing.
No,
she's amazing.
I can kind of tell that just by her aura.
Yeah.
Her aura is great.
She's a sweetheart. The funny thing is she lives in France now. Her husband, they got married. They're actually born on the same day. He flew in with their 2 kids. It was like a very family-oriented space that we were in because I flew in my 4 kids. We all got together for dinner. It was nice. It was really, really good.
The Ellis name is going to be around for a minute.
I hope so.
5, right?
I hope so. 4 boys.
Oh, maybe I'm predicting 5 then.
Oh, no. No.
Maybe 5. How about the girl?
Now,
we have boys.
We tried, and we had another boy. So at this point, I can't do anymore. My wife said, stay away from me. So I can't. And the minute I pass her, she get pregnant. So there's no more kids.
So you're working on a upcoming production that's going to be on Broadway.
Yes.
You're actually co-producing it.
Yes, co-producing with Brian Moreland.
And the starring actor on this show is?
Denzel Washington.
Say what?
Denzel Washington.
Say what?
Denzel Washington. The Denzel Washington. Opposite Jake Gyllenhaal, who was a star in his own right.
Wow.
There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow. And tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out we've candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot.
The name of the production is Othello. It'll be
Classic.
out 2025 spring. I'm excited about it.
What are you most excited about this? In what regard?
Just watch the whole process. I'm a content creator, So to be able to sit and be a fly on the wall as all of these creatives get together, from marketing to the actual play itself, I just want to be able to see how you create something so magical.
Wow.
And I want to be able to be in there and then take that information and then do it with my next project and the project after that and the project after that.
I love it, man. Entrepreneurial is all of you.
Yes, sir.
No question.
Yes, sir.
Look, every night we do Confessions of Love.
Okay.
You're a very insightful brother with a lot of wisdom. So I'm going to throw a couple of questions at you.
Okay, let's get it.
What 2 things you wish you had learned about love when you were younger?
The first thing is that love is not monolithic. You know, your idea of what love is isn't everyone else's idea of love. Learn to be accepting and understanding of other people's ideas of love. Also, that true love should be unconditional, which means if you love someone, you can't love someone only on your terms. You have to love someone through everything they're going through. And I wish I would have learned that earlier. I think I would have been a better husband sooner if I knew that.
But there's many variations of love.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about unconditional,
unconditional means loving someone regardless of whether or not they agree with everything you do or everything that you believe. You know, as people, we have to understand the divine dichotomy of disagreeing means that we can disagree but still both exist.
I like that.
And I've learned that through love.
Yeah.
Like my wife and I have learned to, you know what, I don't agree with you on that. Cool. We can still both exist and love each other even though we don't agree, rather than trying to find a way to make everything fit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a comfortable way of saying we can agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
I know some people who can't understand that. They say it, but
Exactly.
they can't do it. Second thing, can single friends be detrimental to a committed relationship?
I think they can if you try to tailor make your relationship to your single friends' ideas of what love should be. You know, I think that's what's happening right now on social media. There are a lot of single people telling people who are in relationships how they should behave, which to me makes no sense.
No sense.
So I don't listen to my single friends. I don't. I don't.
And single friends should stay in their lane.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't, especially if you've never been married.
I go through this all the time. People ask me advice on dating. I can't really give you advice on dating. I haven't dated in over 22 years.
You can't. And it's a whole new different animal these days.
Exactly. So I can't be the one to give you advice. So don't give me advice on marriage.
Brother, I don't think anyone have to give you advice. I think you're growing by the second, and God
Thank
bless
you.
you with your journey, man. I thank you for sitting down with me tonight, and hopefully this will be the beginning of many more conversations that we have as
Absolutely.
time moves on. Now that we know that we're Brooklyn connected for life. So, all the best, brother. And tell your mom and tell your family, I said thank you so much for listening and
Definitely.
exposing you to my early beginnings and doing the show. I really do appreciate it immensely. So family, thank you. I'll meet y'all one day and we all can just share some potato salad because I love me some potato salad.
Oh, my mom make a mean potato salad.
No way.
My mom makes a mean
But
potato
she doesn't
salad.
put no raisins in it, right?
Nah, man, come on.
Yo, I'm just checking, man. I'm just checking. Just
Never,
making sure.
never. I wouldn't put her potato salad out there if it had raisins in it. Nah, but she loves to cook, man. She would love this. I know she's probably at home cheesing right now. My wife texts me, that Mariah song was my S.
Oh,
Wait
wow.
till you get home. That's what she just texted me. So maybe I'm on my way home.
And maybe the daughter. Yeah.
There's no way.
Okay.
Just Lenny, I see what you're trying to do.
No, I'm just saying. I know that she would probably like a daughter, and you probably would like one too. You have 4
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
The name is going to exist.
Yes.
Unlike Green. Green is like.
There's still time for you, Lenny.
Here we go. Devale Ellis is his name. Zach, brother, this has been a pleasure and an honor. Thank you, man. Bless you. And don't forget, let's get that Netflix
Yes.
date again.
November 6th. Meet me next Christmas.
You got to check it out. And I know you will because I know how dedicated you are and supportive are to this brother. So, again, continued success, brother. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
This is 107.5 WBLS.